I'm very excited today because we have a sponsored video from a really cool brand that I'd always heard of and never been able to try. So because they've sponsored this video, I get to try them for the first time. The brand is called Meroda. They are from the Netherlands. They're not too old. They were born in 2021, so they're just starting to make their mark in the market more and more every day, especially outside of Europe. And I'm super excited to be able to try them. They are kind enough to sponsor 2 videos on this channel. The second one will be coming up over the next few days. But today I want to talk about really their kind of hero product for the brand, Meroda, and this is the Changing Foundation. The Changing Foundation is white, as you see here. Yeah, your eyes are not fooling you. It starts off in this white shade. We're going to do a wear test. I'm actually wearing it already, spoiler alert, and I'm about 2 hours into the wear test. I'm going to try to let it go as long as I possibly can. It starts off white, you'll see in the demo, and then it kind of adjusts and it blends. Works really well on fair to medium skin. I'm a light medium, so it's ideal for me. Now, I have tried products like this in the past from other brands who shall remain nameless, and it hasn't worked. They've kind of gone orange on me, and a lot of people complain about that. This one doesn't. I'm really happy to say. You'll see me coming up in the demo. The demo, we're going to do half the face first and then the other half, and I'm not going to lie, I was amazed. And you guys know I am nothing if not honest. If you're new to this channel, I'm really honest. And I spoke to the folks over at Marota, and I was like, if I don't like it, I can't advertise it to my viewers, but I love it. So this works really well, especially also if you are coming off either a spray tan or if you were really tan in the summer and now you're transitioning to winter, which we in this hemisphere are. Plus it's got a little bit of SPF 15. I actually really coated on here, so I probably got all 15. If not, you're just getting a little bit extra to what you're putting on already if you live in a sunny climate. It's light to medium coverage, which is my absolute favorite. And it also, you can get this 2-in-1 brush, which is really nice, foundation and concealer. And as you see, it's messy. We're going to demonstrate that today too. So I'm very excited about this to show it to you. Basically, any shade that you are, albeit from fair to medium, this should color change to match your skin. I was dubious as well. I really was. But we're 2 hours in and it's going well. What I want to do now is I want to go to the demo so that you can take a look at this. Any sort of thing that could be considered at all an interesting kind of gimmick with makeup, you know I'm all over it. And if it works, I'm even more excited. So we're in the middle of the wear test. Remains to be seen, but I want you to know that 2 hours in right now, I'm pretty impressed. And then, of course, during the demo, I am definitely impressed, but that's when I first put it on. The next time you see me after the demo will be hopefully 8 to 10 hours later, and we can take a look at how it is holding up, as that is very important as well. Down in the description bar, you will see information on how to purchase this product for yourself if you are interested in it. And I feel like you will be after you see that. I mean, it's just interesting. I'm like, white, and then it turns and adjusts to the skin. Yeah, I want to take that. But I won't talk about products I don't like. I actually, interestingly enough, for those of you who are dubious or who don't know me, I turn down many, many more products than I take. I am lucky to be offered a tremendous amount of products and sponsorship, and I will turn down money and sponsorships and free product if I don't like the product, because your trust is very important to me. So we are 100% trust. I want to go into the demo here and then the wear test, and we'll see what I really think. All right, stay right there. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm really curious to see how this works. I have indeed, as I might have mentioned, tried products like this before and been a little bit orange. So I'm right in all the way, because I'm kind of a light, medium, neutral. I mean, this should be my jam, you know? So, and I don't want to be rude because Marota was so lovely about sponsoring this video, but I'm going to also be honest. So let's see what we got. One of the things I'm using here with this is the brand's 2-in-1 brush. I'm not going to use any concealer today, but this would be lovely for concealer. I'm going to mostly use this side. I might use this just to put a little bit extra maybe around the eyes, because the foundation, they say, gets rid of redness, gets rid of, that kind of ruddiness it gets rid of. So, okay, let's give it a try and see what we think. I think we should do one side of the face first and then the other so we can compare. And I'll tell you what I'm kind of looking at here. I'm definitely looking at some darkness on the inner corners of my eye, some redness around the nose because I have terrible allergies, some reddiness on the cheeks, and this is on both sides. We're going to try it on one side first. And a kind of blemishy. So I'm really sorry, changing foundation. I'm giving you a lot to do. Okay, I think I'll put it, it's white. I think I'll put it on my hand and then take the 2-in-1 brush and just kind of start putting it onto the face. It's kind of like a pink white, so I'm going to put that here. We're going to just do half the face first and see. So now, as it goes onto my skin, it's starting to turn a little bit, like I said, like an opalescent pink. Let's see what it does from there. I have a little more on my hand that I'll use for the other side of my face, and this is buildable. I think I'm going to even put it on the eyes a little bit, just to kind of see if it can kind of make a nice canvas there, and run it down below. I'm trying to divide my face as well as I can. And maybe I will use, like I said, this other side of the double-sided just to kind of get it in there. Okay, pardon me being a little bit sloppy. Let's get this in there. Okay, now as we let it sit, it should, ooh, it kind of is. I was going to say it should, and it's doing it already. So whenever I put on foundation, and maybe this is just a me thing, I always kind of use the warmth of my hands. I always wash my hands after, of course, and they're very clean now. But I always do that just to kind of make everything settle in. Let's see how we're looking. We have to give it a moment as it kind of does this magical adjustment. Oh, oh. So I told you guys that in the past, these have made me look orange, and there's no such thing here. In fact, it's given me a little bit of kind of an ethereal glow I'm trying to show you here. So this side, we're going to start an 8-hour wear test. I'll put the color changing foundation on the other side as well. But right now, this has morning skincare that's sunken in, and I applied it, put the face in half as best I could to just this side of the face. Whoa! Hey, that's cool! Okay, so I want you to look. I have no concealer on. And if I weren't testing the foundation, I might wear concealer. I'm going to be honest with you. But just to test it, I just kind of want to see how it's going to do. You know how I test foundation. So look at the cheeks here. This is covered with the Meroda Color Changing Foundation, and this has nothing. I mean, some morning skincare, but that's it. Look at the eyes, because remember I used it on the lids of the eye? Hey, I am not mad at this at all. I wondered if it would change the color of my skin, but what it's done instead is just kind of mellowed out my skin, where it looks kind of angry and red or irritated or tired. It's kind of revived it. Huh. Okay, I'm going to speed it up so that you're not bored, and we'll do the other side. I'll put a little more on the back of my hand, and we'll do the other side, and then we'll come back and see what we think. Let's go. What do you think? I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of impressed, Marota. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm kind of impressed. How do I say that? I want to say that in Dutch. How do I say it? How do I say I'm kind of impressed? Okay, you know what I want to do too, because I'm not using concealer and they say that the foundation is indeed buildable. So let me put a little bit on the back of my hand, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to take this little side and just like any little area that I would kind of put concealer on, I'm just going to kind of spot. You know what's really interesting to me is that it really does. I mean, it didn't change. I thought, oh, am I going to go orange? Or it didn't change any of that about my skin. It's just my skin. But I can see that you do have to fit the light to medium, but that's quite a range. I put a little bit too much there, but yeah, I'm just kind of going over the little areas, you guys, that I feel like I would normally put concealer on. You know what I mean? And just kind of using this product instead because it's buildable. And, you know, it's interesting because you see it changing on the foundation brush kind of as it oxidizes. But what will be really fun about this wear test, and we'll answer a question that maybe many of you have, is does it continue changing? So we'll have to see, you know what I mean, as the day goes on. Does it end up getting too dark? Those are the questions I have right now. As it sits on my face currently, I can wear this with no concealer, and it's really nice because it's super light. Like I don't think it looks like I have makeup on, and it doesn't feel like I have any makeup on. So I'm feeling actually really good about this product. All right, what I'm going to do now is I am going to put on a little bit of makeup, just a little bit. This is not a makeup video as such. It's a complexion product video. So I'm just going to put on just the bare minimum, and I'm going to go all day. I have errands to run. I have other things to do for work, emails and such for this job. And then I have some meetings, and I'll come back at the end of the day and let's see what we think. Because the question is, in my mind right now, legitimate question, is it going to go darker? What's going to happen? Well, we will answer that for you. For me, it'll be quite a while. For you, it'll be lickety split. Okay, we're about, this is about 8.5 hours in. And for full transparency, about an hour ago, I reapplied the lip stain that I'm wearing, and it is wearing off a little bit, but that's not part of the product we're talking about. I just wanted you to know what I had redone. I haven't touched anything else. I haven't added any powder, no finishing spray, and no concealer. I really wanted to let this product just go as it was, and let's take a look at it. Let me tell you, before we even look at it, let me tell you what I like about it. It's not sticky, doesn't feel like it needs to be set. I am not one who loves setting powder. If you are, setting powder would play really nicely with this, as would concealer. I did not do any concealer. As you saw in the demo, I built up with my little 2-in-1 brush from Meroda. I built up a little bit in the areas where I felt I needed more coverage, and I still feel that that looks good. And I don't like to powder anyway, and I don't have to. You can if you want to, but it feels like it's really set. Doesn't feel sticky, and it doesn't feel makeup-y. Really comfy, good movement, good breathability. I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I am the type, when I feel like I'm wearing foundation, this is why I generally don't like full coverage. If I can feel it on my skin, I just want to claw it off. I can't wait to get home. And then when I get home, the first thing I'll do is wash my face. Funny thing for a beauty editor, I know, but it's the truth. So this is really light, really natural feeling, can't feel it at all, and it's light to medium coverage. Now let's take a look in the mirror. I've kind of tried to resist that a little bit. Let's see what it's settled into, shall we? Okay, nice. Nice. All right, really nice. Shockingly, it's been over 8 hours and it hasn't settled into lines here. Usually with any foundation, I have to kind of touch like that, you know, during the day. And I honestly do not have to here. I know I just did for effect, but I don't have to. Under the eyes, looking good. Let's look here. So here's my T-zone where more and more I probably need to apply some powder. It's actually doing really well without it. Would have done even better with powder. I don't put powder on during a product test run because some of us use pressed powder, some of us use loose, and I didn't want to bring that up or make that part of the equation. So this is just on its own. It's still looking very good. Pores are very blurred. Pores are very blurred on the cheeks where I put on a little bit of blush. Didn't put on a whole lot of makeup. I really want to make this video about the changing foundation. And it is looking, honestly, this looks fairly fresh for having gone pretty much all day. I am extremely impressed. I would have paid for this myself. And you know, I had seen this product before and really been curious about it, and I hadn't taken the plunge. But because they approached me, I was able to. So I want to thank Meroda from the bottom of my heart because I'm really enjoying this. In the next video that I'm doing with them, they sponsored a little two-part sponsor. We're going to look at some of their lip shades and lip liners, which I'm really excited to try as well. That'll be coming up in the next few days. But I wanted to show you this product first. I'll wear this too. You'll probably be seeing this in a lot of videos. Super easy foundation that you know is going to match anywhere, any shade from fair to medium skin tone. So this changing foundation is pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. All right, tell me what you think. I mean, we are a community. It's not just about what I say up here. Have you heard of this? Have you tried it? What have been your experience with other changing foundations? This one is definitely way exceeded my expectations. So I'm really happy with it. And the brush ain't bad either. All right, let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure that you share and like. I will have information on how you can get yours down in the description bar. So don't forget that. Plus, there's information down below also about how you can become a bigger member of this community. And the highest compliment that you can give me is to subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. And thank you so much to Meroda. Bye-bye.